Hey everyone! So it's Saturday evening, and here in the Netherlands it's raining all day. Yes, it isn't fun anymore. I'm so done with this weather. Tomorrow it will be raining again. But I decided let's use my time a bit useful this weekend and let's start with some writing to get a bit ahead of schedule. So I've been writing for most of this day and I wrote a lot. And from this morning on, I need to check how much I wrote because I can't remember. I'm at 11,850 words for my total of camp. I didn't change this yet, so let's do this now. 11,850. So, well, it was a bit of a boring day. I started writing and I was motivated in the beginning. I got a lot of words in, and after that, I wasn't motivated anymore. So I decided to check some live streams out. I found a lot of nice live streams, and I've been writing with other people for most of the day. And now I decided, well, let's continue this good habit and write some more in the evening. And afterwards, if I'm done with this writing, I'm going to stop for today because I'm at my computer at my desk for most of the day. So I already wrote 2,644 words. So that makes me very happy. For the people who don't know, my name is Emma. I'm from the Netherlands and I'm doing NaNoWriMo most of the time. I try to participate in every NaNoWriMo, but well, sometimes I fail. Last July I failed, but mostly I'm getting to 50k without very much struggling in the process. Now, this NaNoWriMo I decided to just do 25k because it's camp and I can choose. And the other reason why is because I feel like it's so busy these days with nothing much. I have a day job, I work a lot, and I'm very busy with it. But because of COVID, there's not much else to do. But if I let myself choose, then I would rather be spending way more time at my computer, way more time writing, and that's not a good thing. At some point, writing is enough. And I love to just write a bit every day, and now I need to write a bit more every day. But I'm going to do my first writing sprint because I'm babbling like a baboon, and no one has any good information from this chatting. So let's start our first writing sprint, and afterwards, I think I'll tell you a bit about how my story is going. If you're new, I'm going to give you a heads up about what I'm writing, and afterwards, I'll tell you where my story is at this moment. So I have these cards. They're fortune telling cards, and they're in Dutch. So I'll try to tell you what's on the fortune card. So I need to translate it. So that's something we're going to do today. I'm going to pick a card. Let's pick some one from the beginning. So it's a short one, 6 minutes on the clock, and it has this picture. I know you can't see it very well, but It says, first in Dutch, wolken. De zwarte kant der wolken is onrustwekkend zicht. Maar waar de blauwe te doorschijnt, daar is het leven licht. So wolken means clouds, and it says dark clouds are unfortunate or uh, un I'm not sure how to translate it. Just a very disturbing sight, but where you can see the blue throughout the clouds, there is life and light. So I think that's pretty cute. And we're going to write with this first card, we're going to write for 6 minutes. And afterwards, I want to hear how did you do, how did it went, and we're going to chat a bit. So I'm going to put up the right timer. I always need a second for that. And after that, we're going to write. So we set 6 minutes. And we're going to start. Good luck, everyone. So I have someone watching my stream, a friend of mine, and he texted me, "Put your sound on." Okay, so I was babbling to you, but well, I apparently forgot to put my sound on. Oops. But what, as I was saying, I wrote 181 words, and I hit my 12K word count goal. So that makes me very happy. And now I'm going to put my numbers in. So now it works again. So yeah, I'm pretty happy, and I want to tell you a bit about my story before we do the next writing sprint. So my story is about a woman who's a writer, and she's a writer like Stephen King or J.K. Rowling. So she's very talented, and a lot of her books are being put into movies. I'm not only thinking of Stephen King. I'm thinking, what's that other writer's name? Well, I don't know. But there are also movies of Stephen King, I believe. But she's a very famous writer. She's around the age of 30, and she's she met people because of her writing, and now she's pregnant with one of the guys she met. But she doesn't know who's the father because she slept with two of the guys. And now they're at a point that both of the I'm sorry, that was my air freshener. So she screws around with both of these guys, and she isn't really the type to do that. So that's already fun for me to write because she's very nice and well mannered, shy, and She's a bit of a nerd, a goofball. So she's happy, but in a nerdy kind of way, and isn't really busy with guys or that kind of stuff. She's just mostly busy with getting her books to be filmed and doing all kinds of writing related stuff. But she meets two guys. No, she meets more guys, but she sleeps with two of them because of her being a famous author. She didn't sleep because, well, doesn't matter. But at some point, she decides that she will raise the baby on her own. So one of the men she slept with, she dated for a while, but she decided, I'm not going to date you while I'm pregnant, and definitely not when I'm not sure if you're the father. And the other one was a one night stand. And at this point, they both find out that she's pregnant, and they both realize that they could be the father. So, in the next scene that I'm going to write, is where they will talk to each other and realize that they both slept with the same girl. They know each other also, so well, it's a bit complicated. If you're reading it from the start, you'll get the relationships between the people, but to explain this, I would be explaining for more than an hour and we won't get any words in, so we're not going to do that. But it's a romantic story and a bit of a drama. I normally like to write these kinds of stuff for camp because it's easy to not have to make a complete world and uh, a complete system from politics or ecosystems when you're writing a fantasy in another world. So this is pretty easy, pretty doable because it's camp. And last year I started this story during Campnanowrimo, and I decided when it wasn't finished I was okay with it. But now I decided to finish it, so that's my main goal for NaNoWriMo, finish a story. And my second goal is to write 25K. But if I don't get the story finished in 25k, I will continue and I'll see how much that I can get, um, how much that I need to write before I can finish the story. But finishing the story is my main goal. And with that said, I'm going to pick another card. I see two just said good luck for the last sprint. It's a short one, but a good start to get some words on paper or Word. Yes, I'm not a huge fan of doing the short writing sprints, but I hope you had a good sprint. And I'm going to pick another card. So these ones I saw, but I'm going to pick one from here. I'm going to pick this one. So if my sister ever sees this sprint, this live thing back, she will be pissed because the first sprint I did, she was like, "You're always doing long sprints for over half an hour," and now the second one is under 10 minutes. So this is the card, and it's not a very nice card. It looks pretty nice, but it's just not a good card to draw when you're telling your fortune. I'm going to read it to you first in Dutch, then in English. So it says lijkkist. In lijkkist is boos teken. Whoa, that's bad Dutch. But okay. Verval of ziekte of dood. Maar de kist verwijdert, het gevaar wordt minder groot. So the reason that they're in bad Dutch is because they need to rhyme some way. But this is a coffin. So that's what it says. A coffin is an angry sign or a bad sign, um, having sickness, loss, or death. But if the coffin is removed, the danger will be less. So not something you can use while writing now, probably, but I think it's very nicely made and it's only 8 minutes. So, second sprint of today, only 8 minutes. I'm going to put my timer on 8 minutes. So, if you have a moment, bear with me. And afterwards, we're going to start writing. It doesn't work the way I want to. Well, let's do this. On your mark, set, write. Time's up. So this was a bit longer writing sprint, but still a very short one. And let's check. I don't know how much I wrote. I wrote not a lot, so to say, 160 words. So acceptable, not the best. How did you guys do? I believe I'm at some point in my story that a lot of things will fall into place, so that's very nice. But also, I'm still figuring a bit out how people are going to react because I'm at this point where all people are going to react to each other, and I'm not sure how they will react. So that's something I need to figure out somewhere now. I don't have time to figure this out. But mostly, some of these words will come to me as as I'm writing. So let's put this away and break. And I see Toot wrote 87 words, so also he says also not that much, but that's okay. It wasn't a lot of time, so probably that was our main problem because when you have a bit more time, it feels like you can write more words, even though your writing pace will go down when you write for a longer time. So I think I will close the window in a bit. I don't know if you can hear this, but it's just raining, 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 and it makes me a bit sad. I wish we had that better weather, nicer weather here in the Netherlands at this moment. I believe 2 weeks ago, 1.5 week ago, we had 20 degrees outside in Celsius, not Fahrenheit. And 3 days later, it was snowing. And afterwards, it's just this weather. So a bit rainy, a bit just being gray. And I believe on Friday or Thursday or Friday, we had some nice weather, and I was hoping that we would have some nice weather for this weekend because on Sunday we will probably go for a walk with some friends because that's the only thing we can do at this moment in the Netherlands. We can't really visit other people. You can visit uh, one other person, or one other person can come visit you. So we're not going out that much. And seeing other people outside is something that I'm really looking forward to because, well, at some point you're a bit over trying to be safe. Still trying to be safe. I'm not one of those people who are going around licking everyone like some morons do, but I'm really looking forward to spending some time with friends again. I really miss it. So, we're going to do our next sprint. Fun fact, I never really knew where these cards were coming from. I think I bought them at some point, maybe I got them as a gift, but I never used them because, well, I'm not a fortune teller. And a few weeks ago, I believe somewhere in February, I decided to change up my writing room to have a bit more space and to have more light, natural light, because I'm someone that likes to write in the dark and then doesn't know what time it is and has headaches and everything because I'm not used to being in the dark so much, and being in the dark isn't that healthy for you. So I decided to change it up. Now I can watch outside, watch the rain because, well, it's raining. And I really like this. Even though it's raining, I feel like I have more of a natural space now around me than I had when I was closed in between my bookcase and the wall. But yes, like Tude says, I found a good use for the cards. I found them somewhere lying in this room. I know that I have them for over 10 years because I probably bought them when I was around 16 or 17, so a very long time ago. But we're going to pick our next one. And now let's go for one in the middle. And we have 17 minutes. And this card, I'm going to show you it. I believe the Dutch word of the English word is stork for this bird. I need to check that before I say, but I believe it's a stork. But it says in Dutch, ooievaar, verandering, verhuizing. Verkomt de ooievaar, tenzij hij al te verre van u verwijderd was. Yes, so translation, just hoping that ooievaar is a stork, that's the English word for this bird. I think it is. So it's change, moving. That's what the stork brings. Or just not when he's far away from you. So I don't know what that means, but I think it's a pretty good card for my story because, well, we're going to find out now how the two guys will react that they slept with the same girl. So that's something that I'm looking forward to because I'm not sure if they're going to fight. I don't think so, but it would be nice. And I forgot to say, I don't know if I forgot to say, but we're going to write for 17 minutes. So put on your headphones if you're listening to music. I'm putting my sound off so you won't get distracted by me singing along with my songs. And we're going to write a bit, and I'll see you all in 70 minutes. Good luck, everyone, and see you in a bit. Time's up. Well, so this was a bit of a longer writing sprint, and I decided to write a bit extra in uh, the last writing, in the last words that I wrote in the last writing sprint, because I found out that I needed to drop another hint before I could go to the next scene. So I'm in the next scene now, but I'm not sure. But I didn't just put a tiny mark where I was and where I am now, so I need to calculate. I'm at, let's see, I think I didn't write that much. I think I wrote around 400 words when I look at my word count now. So my total word count is 12,681 words. So I really hope that I can hit 13k today. So tomorrow I won't need to be writing because, well, I want to go for a walk if the weather is nice. If the weather isn't nice, then I will be writing again, but not the complete day like I did today. So I wrote 489 words, which brings my total word count of the day at 3,475 words, which is pretty okay. And I see, whoa, I'm going back to the break sign. Hopla. I see Toot wrote 212 words. So, are you still planning on stuff? Are you still figuring out your story? Or have you planned everything and you're just doing something else in between? Because I know sometimes when I'm watching a writing sprint, I'm writing a bit and then decide that I want a cup of tea or that I need to do something else in between. So, but still, 212 words are 212 words that you don't have to write another day, and 212 words that you can edit when you're done with your story. So that's pretty okay. I'm seriously, normally I tell you what kind of tea that I'm drinking, but I don't have a clue. My boyfriend made me tea, and there are some fruits in here. As you can see, it looks a bit, ew, and now I'm spoiling everything, but it looks a bit weird. I think it's bamboo tea or something. I don't know, but it's nice. It's sweet, and I just have one sip left, and then it's up. Then I'm done with my drink, and I need to go back to water. Well, at least water is healthy for you. Let's just pretend to be happy that the tea is gone and that I can start drinking water again. I was not prepared, so I needed to think a bit about on what I wanted to write. Yes, I know what you're feeling. When you're busy trying to find something to write, you're uh, also very productive. That's of course something. But you're wanting to write, but you're also not wanting to write complete garbage, just filler words. So sometimes better to think a bit about what you're writing. So I totally understand you. We're going to do our next sprint. I have this Airwick scented diffuser on top of my bookshelf, and it smells really nice. It smells like cinnamon, but every time the thing goes off, I just get a scare because every time I think, what's going on? And even though I don't want to turn it off when I'm writing because it's a very nice scent, I sometimes wonder why it couldn't be any quieter. But it's a choice sitting in a nice smelly room or sitting in a not smelly room, not smelling to anything. So I was shaking up the cards. Today I was in a writing spread and in a writing thing on YouTube, and there was this guy who was doing the sprint, and he had a very nice sprint going on. He was sprinting for very long. I believe it was 4 or 5 hours that he was sprinting, maybe even more. But he put some writing techniques on the screen. So some ways to develop your story. And it was about the iceberg. So, what's on top of the iceberg? What are your characters' things that everyone can see? So, appearance, clothes, what kind of car they drive, all kinds of things that everyone can see. And then under the water level of the iceberg, you had their personality, their sexual orientation, their past, and those kind of things. So even though I was just writing and he was doing this writing exercise, and I wasn't participating uh, in the task in the um, um, prep that he was doing for a great character. I still found it was very interesting and very nice to listen to. And I got some new ideas for my own story while I was listening to him telling about what he was doing. So that was a very, very nice way to spend my afternoon. And this guy was, well, he really knew a lot about writing, and, or at least he looked like he knew a lot about writing. So next week he will be sprinting again, and I already decided that even if I don't have the complete day to watch, I will probably spend a few hours in his um, live stream just learning. Not only learning but enjoying because he gave me some great ideas for my story. But with that said, I'm going to show you the next card. And there are dolphins at the bottom of the card, but the card doesn't have the name dolphins. We're going to write for 34 minutes. And this card says, well, first in Dutch, then in English, vissen. Door het teken van de vissen wordt heil u toegezegd, indien de kaart tenminste voordelig is gelegd. Okay, another poem. So, vissen means fish. Uh, the sign of the fish will give you a hail. Yes, hail. At least when the card is put in your favor. But I'm pretty sure these are dolphins, and dolphins aren't fish. So I'm not sure if I'm liking this card, even though I like the art and I like that there's a little boat on the shore. But these are dolphins. These fish look like dolphins, and I'm pretty sure they're dolphins, and dolphins aren't fish. So maybe I need to draw a new one for this one. I can't draw. If I would draw these would all look like fish a 5-year-old through. So, not going to do this, but we're going to write for 34 minutes. I'm going to set up the timer, and for me in the next scene, well, because we have half an hour to write, um, at this point, one of the potential fathers just told his friend group that he might be the father, and the other one is realizing that the girl he liked slept with his friend, and how he's confused. And afterwards, well, she probably will say something about it and it will go crazy. But, well, we'll see what's going to happen. I'm not sure. I know how it will continue after this, but I know what the outcome of this moment or of this weekend that they're spending would be. How it's going, I'm not sure of. So that's something I need to find out in the next writing sprint. And we're going to do the 33 minutes writing sprint. And afterwards, I'm curious how much you wrote because we have a lot of time. I hope that I hope around 600, 700 words at least, but we'll see. Everyone on your mark, set, write, and good luck. Time's up. So I'm going to check my word count. I think I did pretty okay. I'm at 13,672 words now. So, yes. So it went pretty well. That's for sure. 13,000. Also putting this in Campnanowrimo's forum right away. So I'm at 4,466 words at this moment, and I wrote 991 words in the last sprint. So if I didn't try to uh, set my chair in a different position and I spent just or something else, I had 10 seconds more, I probably would hit a K. Okay, but I'm happy. I'm really happy with what I wrote. We're going to close the banner and I'm going to change my word count for this day. And what did I say? 4,000, 4,000 something, 4,466. Okay, it's going it's going really well for a Saturday. Normally, what I found out last camp was that I really enjoyed writing on my free days, but that my writing pace was very slow. So at the end of the day, I would have 2K and I spent a lot of time at my computer on just being bored. And now I started not right at 8 o'clock when I woke up, but I started a bit later and did some other things, and I'm over 4K, so I'm pretty pleased. I know that I can write more in a day when I'm hyper focused, and I know that I can write more in an hour when I'm uh, on a very tight schedule. Okay, that was outside. But when you're just having like 2 hours to write on a day, and the next day you'll have another 2 hours, but not more than just 1 or 2 hours a day, then you're so focused to get those words out. And when you have a complete day off, you're a bit more relaxed. And normally, I try to give myself a time to write, but because of the weather, I just thought, well, I'm not going to do anything else. Just write a bit, play some games, read a bit, just enjoy myself. And that went pretty well. But it was a long writing sprint. I want to do just one more writing sprint. I don't know why I want to do this because I wanted to stream for an hour and a half, so till around 8 o'clock. But I really want to see if I can hit 5K today. And the one thing that I'm wondering is if I was doing a full camp, would I still be on schedule? I believe I wouldn't because I need to be at 8,330 words today, and I'm doing half a nanowrimo, so 25K. So I believe that if I would do the normal nanowrimo, I need to be at 16,667 words. So I would be behind. But, well, maybe I decide to write as much tomorrow. I'm not sure. The weather is terrible. So I'm probably not going to go for another walk. Probably won't be outside much tomorrow, which is pretty sad. I'm going to search for a next card, and I think I need around 10 minutes, 12 minutes to finish this. I hope so. I'm at least in a scene that I'm really liking. So let's see how much we can make tonight. Last card. I'm going to pick this one. Okay, maybe we'll do another card afterwards because this is only 2 minutes and I'm not going to write 500 words in 2 minutes or 400 words. Doesn't matter. But we're going to do this writing sprint anyhow for the people who like shorter writing sprints. So it has this picture and the it's in Dutch. I'm going to still tell you in Dutch and then tell you in English. Klaverbladeren. Klaverbladen. Die mooie klaverbladen melden geluk dat blijft, indien geen wolkgevaarte er dicht langs henen drijft. So I think that's referencing to the clouds card that we had in the beginning, but I'm not sure because I never use these cards. But I'm going to translate it. So klaverbladeren are clover leaves. So those three, mostly three, but sometimes four types or type of grassy things. But for some reason there are flowers in here, but we'll try to translate it. Clover leaves. These pretty clover leaves uh, tell you that there's luck. Only if there's not a cloud drifting close. Yeah, that's the translation somehow, somewhere. Problem is that even though I think these cards are great and I think that they look really cute, oh, I'm putting my finger on it, but they look pretty cute. Problem is that they're on a rhyme scheme in Dutch and then you need to translate it and that sounds really weird. But we have 2 minutes on the clock. And I'm so sure that I'm not going to write 400 words, so probably we'll do another one after this. That's the word. This we need to change this up. 2 minutes. Good luck, everyone, and I see you all in a very, very short moment. time's up already. So this time the time was just going way too fast because 2 minutes is nothing, if you ask me. I wrote, let's see, 40 words, so I'm not there yet. I hope someone has more luck with this writing sprint than I did, but just 40 words doesn't bring me to my word count. Um, so that makes this amount, I believe. Dude says that was really short. I didn't do any better with my 25 words. No, I'm also not a huge fan of those very short writing sprints because before I know what my next sentence will be, the time's up. But I'm going to do another one, hopefully a short one, because I really want to hit my 5K. So I need 15 minutes, I think. Maybe a bit more, like 20 minutes. Pick a card, pick a card, pick a card. Okay, we're going to do a bit of a longer writing sprint. And after that, I promise you, I will shut off and go to bed because I'm already tired. So, this is the card we have. And I believe I had it in another writing sprint already. And as you can see, 32 minutes. And it says, maantje, ziet het vriendelijk maantje van dichtbij op u neer, dan maalt het een schoon loopbaan en wacht u roem en eer. So it means moon. You see the friendly moon from close. Oh nee, that, well, that was wrong. Does the friendly moon look upon you from close, then you'll get straight a nice career path and glory and honor. I don't know how I translated it last time, but I think it's almost the same. I really just try to translate word for word and try to make a bit of a normal sentence, even though this is a weird sentence to use. I would never use it in any other life event. 32 minutes. I wasn't planning on writing for so long, but hey, if the cards say it, we need to do it. So I'm going to put the timer for the last time tonight. And after this sprint, I will log off and I'm going to relax a bit and go to bed. But at least I can say I hit 5K today. So it's something. You win some, you lose some, you write some, and we're going to write. Good luck, everyone. That was the last one. Huh. I think I made it. I'm at 14,521 words right now. So this was a very productive day. 521. And now I'm going to let NaNoWriMo count how much that I wrote. I'm tired. I noticed that my brain is just being a bit mushy and I don't know what to say. But I wrote 5,315 words today. I'm happy. I'm really, really happy about that. I know I don't look happy. Okay, that's a pretty weird thing to say when you're actually looking like you're falling asleep. But I'm really happy. I promise that. But it's it's been a very overwhelming day with a lot of writing. So my last sprint was 849 words, and it says that I wrote 707% of my word count goal for today, which was 752 words. So I see dude says, amazing job, amazing, great job. Thank you. I'm really happy. And I hope you had a nice sprint as well. Or maybe you want to do something else, get a cup of tea or something. I don't know. I just hope that you had a great sprint, or otherwise that you at least had an idea of how to continue your story. Let's put this banner off because we don't need it anymore. Those were a lot of words. And I think I'm going to close off very soon. Tomorrow I probably won't be writing this much, and I need to find out how to continue in my story. So I will think about this for a bit tonight. So in my story, I told you what it was about. So at this point, the two guys are confronting my main character that she that they want something like visiting rights or something with the babies, and it's very fun because uh, so my main character is like, well, you just one of you just hit it right, and you're not fathers, you're just good at aiming. And one of the guys is really relaxed and tries to work things out. So he's very nice. He's like, yeah, maybe we can talk about it. And the other one is like, I'm going to break you down until you have nothing left. So yes, it's really something at this point, but it's okay. I'm happy the way it's going in my story. But for today, I'm done with writing. It's over 9 o'clock here in the Netherlands, and I think I'm going to grab another cup of tea, think a bit about my story, and then go to bed because sitting at the desk all day is really tiring. I'm sorry, I know it isn't nice when you see other people yawning because you have to yawn also, but I really can't help it. Thank you for joining me today in my live stream. I had a great time because I like writing with other people so I can get some words in and chat a bit between my sprints. So thank you all for being here. I hope you all have an amazing night and an amazing weekend. And I probably will stream next Tuesday. I'm not sure. I think Tuesday and Thursday. We'll see. Probably I will be here online around 6:30 again. So hopefully I will see you then. And otherwise, have an amazing camp. If you like this video, please like it and maybe follow if you want to. And I'm going to close off now. Thank you for watching.